Good morning and welcome to the Real Roscoe News. I'm Elizabeth Celia and today we'll be talking about a hometown champion that has changed views of women in racing. Though she was born in Wisconsin, she was raised right here in Roscoe, Illinois. She started racing when she was just 10 years old, and at 12 she had won many of the World Kart Association races. By the time she was 14, she had already won 39 out of 49 of the races. She dropped out of high school to pursue a career in race car driving and is now one of the top-ranked race car drivers there is. Can anyone guess who this is?
Danica Patrick!
Yes, and she will be joining us right here after the short commercial break.
If you're like me, you want maximum protection for your engine. You demand it and Peak delivers. No matter what car you drive or how you drive it, nothing protects better than Peak.
Peak Long Life Antifreeze is formulated with advanced organic technology to protect any engine of any Mega, any model, anytime. If you can drive it, then Peak can protect it.
Make sure you get Peak protection, because when you peak, you win.
Welcome back to the Real Roscoe News. Right now, race car driver Danica Patrick is here with us. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Elizabeth. I'm very excited to be here today.
Well, we're glad to have you. Thanks for coming. I'm sure your schedule's very busy being a race car driver. So let's get started. You started race car driving at 10 years old, right?
Yeah, I started racing out at an early age. I always watched my dad work on race cars. My parents were involved in racing, but it was my sister and her friend who really introduced it to me. They gave me more insight about racing. You could say I came from a house of adventure seekers.
And your parents supported your choice to start racing?
Yes, my parents were there every step of the way. They were taking me to races out in the Midwest very often, all throughout my childhood and my teenage years. I was a cheerleader right here at Danica High School. But eventually I decided that cheerleading had more injuries than racing did, which is why I stopped cheerleading. From that point on, I chose to continue driving more competitively.
Well, that's great. I doubt many people would drop out of high school to pursue their dreams. Very courageous, I must say.
Thank you. I knew right away that race car driving was my life passion.
So what's your next step after you made the decision to drop out of high school?
Well, first I went to England to advance my racing career. I competed in the Formula Ford Festival, where I finished in second place. Then in 2002, I came back to the United States and was signed with Rahal Letterman Racing. From then on, I competed in races over the next few years.
And you were the first female to have a podium finish in the Toyota Atlantic Series, correct?
Yeah, I was. It was a very big thrill for me, but also difficult over this few years because I hadn't won a race yet. I didn't have the fan base that I have now to support me through it all.
Now, after those 4 years of struggle, you started becoming more successful in races, and the fans noticed.
Yeah, I finally started getting into the groove of things. I had my first Indy 500 race in 2005, where I came in 4th place. That was a very big accomplishment for me.
So you ended up beating Janet Guthrie, who set the record for highest female race car driver in 1978 with her 9th place finish. How do you feel about that?
Amazing feeling. I had always looked up to her, and she had been the female racing icon for so many years. I've always tried to be as good as she was.
Now that you're kind of filling her role as a female race car driver,
I hope to fill her shoes someday. She's a legend.
with all the media opportunities you've been having, I'm sure many children look up to you, just like they looked up to her.
Yeah, the opportunities have been amazing. I'm so incredibly grateful for all the amazing experiences I've gotten to do from my career.
Who do you think has helped you the most throughout your career?
Well, it's hard to pick just one person. My family has always been there for me from the start. I also have to thank my sister and her friend for really getting me into racing in the first place. Without them, I'd be nowhere today. I owe it all to my close friends and family that helped me out in the beginning when I had that small dream of becoming the best race car driver in the world.
Tell us more about your dream of becoming the best race car driver.
Well, I've always loved the sport and I wanted to become the best. I knew it would be a tough thing to accomplish though, because there aren't that many women in racing. It's mostly a male-dominant sport. The odds have always been against women for the sport because no one thinks we're tough enough. The reason I had this dream was to show that women can compete in the sport. I wanted to show people to follow their dreams no matter what the standards are against you.
That's just very inspiring. You truly are an amazing role model for everyone out there. Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. I hope to see you around town or back here soon.
Oh, definitely. I'd be more than happy to.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us again, Danica.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
I'm Elizabeth Cilia, and thank you everyone for joining us today on the Real Roscoe News.
Hallelujah.
Welcome back to the Real... Was that a sneeze?
I was coughing.
Come on out, Danica. Come on out, Danica. About the latest news. That was so weird.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And welcome to Real Roscoe.
My Real Roscoe News.
Real Roscoe News. Welcome to How do you say it?
Real Roscoe News.
They can have this all period and they have yet to actually get anything done.
So you ended up beating.
It's okay.
So you ended up beating Janet Goosery.
I knew that was gonna happen. Wait, just let it be. Okay. Yeah, I started out racing at an early age. I always...
That's great.
Okay, you know how you were like, at the beginning, like...
Laughing.
Yeah, because she's like got milk, and they're like, oh, I want to drink that milk too. You know? Thanks for having me, Elizabeth. I'm so sorry.
Just keep going.
Don't worry about it.
Now, kind of filling her role as a female race car driver. Now you're kind of filling her role as a female race car driver.
Yeah.
News. Right now, Danica Patrick, the race car driver.
I'll let you guys know.
I can't do this.
I have an accessory. You probably think I'm a wacko. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Or even around here. Wait. Okay. Take it from. Wait. I'll take it from. Thank you so much.
All right.
I'll take it from. Thank you so much. We have to finish. We have a minute.